Hey everyone, welcome to Dungeon Class. Today's pop quiz is with Logan Gonzo. Welcome to Dungeon Class. This is my firstborn. This is Logan. I'm Gonzo. He's Logan Gonzo, I guess. But
yeah, we're Gonzos.
Yeah. And today we're going to talk to him about his experience with Dungeons and Dragons. Logan, I'm glad you're here.
Good to be here.
You came from the north to visit us, and we're going to ask you a few questions as we do with all those that play around our table. So the first question I'm going to ask you is, when did you get started playing D&D?
I think I've always been into like just nerdy stuff since I was a boy. It's your fault. Yeah. But first time I like really sat down and tried to play D&D, I was pretty young, but I didn't really get into it until a few years back. Until I really was wise and old enough and mature enough to handle all the glory of D&D.
Yeah. Okay. And what right now you're in college. What is your experience playing D&D while in college? What is that like?
I think it's fun. It gives me a great alternative to when I don't want to do homework. It just kind of helps, because college kids are just all the time in the world. We don't have to work or worry about family or responsibility.
Yeah, that's what they
say. It's chaotic.
You have family though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's fun trying to juggle just one more thing between my wife, the family, school, work, because the guys that I play with kind of has become like its own little entity that I just have to throw in there. But it's nice because the people I play with are also in college. Yeah. So it's normally days it's like, hey, does no one have class today? Or if you do, can you cut? Because then let's go play D&D.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably not stuff that we want on the air, but it's going to be, so be it. All right, well, good. So you guys get together, you play often. What do you like about Dungeons and Dragons?
Well, one thing I like is the channel Dungeon Class. I like it. I like the videos. I comment. I try to remain active in that. I'm a subscriber.
Oh.
And that's the only reason I'm good at D&D. I'm subscribed to Dungeon Class. So if you're not doing that, do that.
Well, thanks. But really, what's your favorite?
But really, yeah. I do like... I think my favorite part of D&D is the story. It's both as a dungeon master and as a player. I love this story that you tell as a group. Because if I were just to sit down and talk to myself and roll dice by myself, I would never come close to the twists and turns and the chaos and the fun that we get with the group and that we get with the different
storytelling.
Yeah, with the different people.
So there's character creation. There's the actual combat and being able to use the things you get when you level up and your different spells and your multi-attacks, and then there's the story part. And you're saying that story part's the most attractive part for you.
For me.
Okay.
For me.
All right. And we've done several of these interviews, and it's been different for many people, and that's what's interesting to me is that not everyone gets the same thing out of playing Dungeons and Dragons, and that's what's to me that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, good. That's good. What's one of your favorite stories, or whether it's as a DM or as a player? Maybe something that's happened in the game?
Yeah. As a DM, I did this one game with my friends a couple weeks back. Ben, my brother, came up, visited me up at school, stayed with us for about a week. And he played with me and my friends. And we did a one-shot when they just went out hunting a dragon. And
don't we all?
Oh, yeah. It's madness. And so they go out fighting this red dragon, him and 3 other of my buddies. And they're all in this big cave. It's the very final showdown. The dragon's weak, they're weak. And the dragon's a red dragon, so it's good with fire. It's sitting in a pool of lava, and it's got one player in his hands. And it has been just slamming him over and over, just like baptism of fire.
Okay.
With this one player. And at the very last second, Ben's character rolled a natural 20 with a critical shot, killed the dragon. His friend rolled well to catch his other falling friend right before he failed his last death save. And then all of them got out. I kind of wanted to kill them all, but it was a really cinematic, cool way to end a game.
Yeah, it sounds like a movie ending.
Yeah, it was
nuts. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. What's, as a player, what's one of the best or favorite characters that you've created?
One that I really like, I played him in a one-shot, and I've been revamping him, getting him ready for a campaign, but I made a drunken monk. Or a monk drunken master.
Drunken master, okay.
Named Sakazuki, which in Japanese means it's the cup you use for sake. So he's just so fun. If you ever seen the Jackie Chan Drunken Master movies, it's just him as a fisherman and just being wasted and kicking people in the face. And it's just really fun to play.
What's your favorite part of the process then, especially as a dungeon master? What would be your favorite part of, everything from creating the story to presenting the story to preparing for it, designing the maps, pulling out the figures?
As a dungeon master, I really like I kind of like the chaotic. It's like, okay, guys, you show up at this town, the player's like, we burn it down, or we attack this person. I almost like the challenge it is for me to on the fly just scrap everything and move on. I like the challenge of figuring it out.
So it's
and rolling with it.
the initial on the move, being able to adjust as things come your way as a dungeon master, which always happens. So as soon as your city burns down,
I really hope they don't hear this.
Yeah.
Don't watch this, guys. Don't destroy everything I worked to build. Although I know you will.
All right. So what would be your advice for new players to the game, people coming into it?
Yeah. For new players, I'd say the biggest thing is like some people are worried like, I don't understand all the mechanics, or I don't understand how to role play. Just don't worry about being a good D&D player. Don't worry about being like a perfect, like powerful you win. You guys talked about how to win at D&D. You just have fun. Yeah. Just play the player, and if you die, make it a glorious epic death.
Right.
One to be sung on for generations. But just have fun. Just go play the game.
Well, then what would be your advice as a new DM? Maybe someone who's looking to be a dungeon master for the first time.
Yeah, as a new DM, I think a big thing for me is going to be don't script it. Don't try to keep it all on a track. Don't try to have everything figured out, because like I mentioned, your players will burn everything to the ground. The first given opportunity, and if there isn't one, they'll make one.
Yeah.
So just be ready to roll with it. Live and die by the story and by the
Heart
dice.
of the dice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So playing in college, what would be the preconceptions of people that you invite to play?
Well, I'm a film major. I'm in the whole like editing labs and the writing rooms and stuff. So a lot of the people that I'm around are nerds already.
All right.
And so, at least from my experience, a lot of the people that I've been friends with and I've talked to about it, like they've already heard about it. They've already played before. The group I played with now, or that I currently play with all the time, 3 friends. We lived in the same apartment complex. We just became friends naturally. One of them had played before in high school. One of them had always wanted to play but never got to, and one of them just came fresh into it with no experience.
Okay.
But was down because he's like, yeah, my boys are playing, like I'll try.
So in today's culture, I think it's getting harder to find people that at least haven't heard about it.
Yeah.
Seems like.
Yeah, it's really big, especially because like I'm kind of on the ground floor.
Yeah.
In the college scene, like I see it a lot. I was in a class where one of the kids' final projects was a presentation on Dungeons and Dragons. He had to edit a video, and he did a video on the Artificer, the new class that came out. And,
cool.
It was wild.
Awesome. Well, then, with that, what's been your experience gathering players? How hard is it to either get people to play or finding a group?
I think it's hard to find. It's been, from my experience, it's been harder to find people to play, but once you have them, like they make it work. Because I have a lot of friends that have said like, hey, would you run a game for me, because I never played before. Hey, like I have friends that want to try it. We just haven't worked the scheduling out. But like once I have a group, because we have school schedules, like we know each other's class schedules, it's normally pretty fixed to where it's like I have Tuesdays free or I have Friday evenings free, and then we just make it work with that.
Well, that's good.
Go for it.
All right, well, now it's time for the pop quiz. I'm going to give you an option. You pick an answer, and we go quickly from there. So
Beautiful.
You ready?
Let's do it.
Here it is. Magic or sword?
Magic.
All right, that was quick. Xbox or your new Nintendo Switch?
Oh, the Switch. Oh, I love that thing.
I don't know. Being a player or being a dungeon master?
Probably a dungeon master.
Okay.
Yeah.
You hesitated there. That's good.
I know. I like them both.
Yeah.
Different reasons, but DM I think takes it for me.
Pre-made adventure or making it all up yourself? Homebrew.
Homebrew.
Okay.
100%.
All right.
Or homebrewing a pre-made.
Well, that's what we normally do. Yeah. Pineapple or pepperoni?
Oh, pepperoni. What kind of question is that?
Okay. The ocean or the mountains?
The ocean.
Awesome.
Ocean.
And the very last question that we always ask: who's the better dungeon master, your dad or Mark?
And that's all the time we have for our dungeon class today.
With that, class dismissed.